created these with every intention that they were ephemeral and they're going to be torn down. He did not create them with the intention of them lasting and eventually being framed up under glass and shown in a museum. And in fact, it was really important to him to do work in a place where people who don't go to museums will see the work and appreciate the work. And so we've been thinking about that and talking about that. Like, so what does that mean for us to be showing those works in a museum all these years later? I think there's some interesting irony kind of about having this work here at the Brattleboro Museum and Art Center 40 years after it was created in New York City subway stations. Our museum is in a repurposed train station, so that's kind of cool that that's where the life of these artworks has taken them, is back into a train station. With some of them, attached to the back are still like the posters and things for the ads that were on the wall behind them before the black paper went up. And so you can see like snippets of like movie posters and some other ads from the era. The iconic Keith Haring figures that we think of, barking dog, radiant baby, UFOs, dolphins, like they're all here. The subway drawings were like the laboratory where he was working this all out, like really honing his signature style and his imagery. It was almost like the subway drawing was like the preparatory sketch for what he then like polished up as the poster for this show. I honestly believe that these works appearing in Brattleboro, Vermont, like sure, they're in our museum here, but they're in Brattleboro, Vermont, where the people who come to this museum are not just like art world people like, you know, you might expect in New York, or like the people who go to galleries in New York. Everybody comes in to this museum, including tons of local school groups and kids and Boys and Girls Club and stuff like that. And so to the extent that Keith was really passionate about art being for everybody and reaching people who aren't just part of that elite art world, that's happening here at our museum. So, you know, he maybe didn't have the idea of them showing in a museum, but in this museum, in this day and age, I think if Keith were still here, he'd be cool with it.